What does a medieval battle have to do with camping? Well, you see, all those people fighting need a place to rest at night.
You might notice that I am not setting up a tent in my camp. I do own one. It's like many of the white canvas tents in this video. But I decided to do something a little different this year. Something with a little wow factor. Inspired by the sepulchres in medieval cathedrals, I built something just big enough for me to sleep in, that would not take up a lot of the 250 square feet that one person is allocated. It's funny how people see what they're used to seeing. Some people thought it was a bar. One person thought it was a wedding chapel. Most people decided that it was an altar. I'm cool with that. My camp is certainly not the most elaborate setup at Pennsic. With the camp set up, it is time for the warriors to march home as evening falls. Pennsic is magical at night. Everything is lit by torches and candles. Most of those are battery powered for safety. Many camps have parties that are open to everyone. Some people go to a different party every night. That's not my thing, so I only went to one party, but I did take a walk every night. Every morning I would secure my bed so I could get to the gear stored underneath. Even putting the kettle on for breakfast is a challenge when you use period tools. You can use modern tools if you want. I'm just weird. Darn it, my brand new kettle has a leak at the spout. I can fix it when I get home, but luckily I have a spare.
This is why you don't use tarp as tent canvas. I just have this up here as a shade cloth, and it works admirably for this. And now that it's raining, you can see it's just a sieve. So if you're thinking of making a tent, spend the extra for duck cloth. Don't try and use a canvas drop cloth.
The tent directly in front of us has a stage for live performers. The tents on either side are classrooms. I took classes on wild herbs, foraging for mushrooms, period clothing, cultures in North America during the Middle Ages, voice coaching from the King's Minstrel, and how to throw a spear without throwing out your back. Speaking of spear throwing, this is the thrown weapons range. I had the pleasure of throwing axes next to a gent in his 80s who was one of the organizers of the first Pennsic more than 50 years ago. I hope that I'm still going to Pennsic when I'm his age. Depending on the location you choose for your camp, you may not have to walk a whole lot at Pennsic. I like walking, so I did walk a lot. According to my pedometer, I walked 40 miles this week. Sadly, All good things come to an end. Like Brigadoon, Pennsic has faded into the mists. Until next year.